Hey, I'm back on the Sleepers podcast. Happy Tuesday, everybody. How are you?
I'm feeling great, Gregory. I missed you. It's good to have you back. I don't want to start off the episode on an awful note, but you're 32 now, right?
No, God, no. You just started on an awful note. I'm 31.
I've always been older than you.
First off, that's abundantly obvious. Second off, you've known this.
I missed us.
I missed us too. I enjoyed the episode with you and Ralph, though, although I didn't enjoy the discussion about how much nicer his beard is than mine, but it is accurate. Anyways,
Okay, wait a minute. Can you talk about the positives, though? I made sure that I acknowledged you. I talked about how Purdue should be higher on the top 15 rankings. Your presence was still felt, my friend.
yeah, I do feel like you did a good job like dipping into your like me aura for the day. Kind of playing host role and definitely leaning into some of my takes. That was greatly appreciated. There wasn't enough violence for my liking in general. And in fact, I think somebody in our Discord was like, no disrespect to Riley and Ralph, who I love, but they don't argue as much as you guys. I missed that.
Well, here's the thing. Well, I already had this whole level of respect for you and what you do as a host and what you do for this show. But the way that I operate when I'm in like host mode, I can only focus on hosting. I cannot get violent. I cannot get emotional. I literally have to focus on hosting or I will blow it. So I
Got it.
thank you for giving me the spatial freedom to be violent here.
I give you a platform to be violent and hate on a daily
Yes.
basis. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's get back to that today. This should be fun. Hey, we're gonna talk about some white bitches today. We're gonna talk about the college basketball player draft we want to do, and then we're gonna make our own top 25. Do you want to open the show with a PowerPoint on your 10 favorite white bitches?
No, I'd actually like to maybe start with a quick monologue about how easy it is to not refer to white women as white bitches.
For anyone who is listening to this and is like, holy
Yeah,
shit, what is Greg
Connie,
doing?
Connie is dialing your phone right now.
Yeah, that was a joke. It's a parody of Pat McAfee, which will come in. We're going to do a Caitlin Clark segment today. And Pat McAfee referred to Caitlin Clark by those words. So I'm making fun of how stupid that is. More on that later in the show. Do you have a YouTube comment of the day that you want to start us off with?
I do. This one comes from Meta Hugh Jorgen. And just give you a little backdrop here if you missed this on yesterday's episode, Greg, there was some discussion about what would happen if Brad Underwood kind of failed this season. And there were some openings across the country. And I made a comment that if something did happen and Michigan State was open, I would hope they would call Brad Underwood. So this comment has to do along the lines of that. Meta Hugh Jorgen says, you're nuts if you think Underwood leaves Illinois voluntarily, especially to downgrade to a lesser Big Ten program like MSU. He has everything he wants at Illinois, best facilities in the conference and probably the country, top 10 NIL, best trainer, passionate fan base, but not toxic like BBN, best AD in Whitman, top 8 salary, and the only program that could poach him would be Kansas, and he's probably too old for them.
You make compelling points.
He did?
You disagree?
I mean, I give all the credit into the world that Illinois has done what they have done, and good on them for getting to that Elite Eight this season because it's really got the fan base pumping their chest out, which they should. But let's also have a little bit of level of humility here. Okay, there's still levels to this. And unfortunately for them, Michigan State is still at a different level than Illinois basketball, whether they want to admit that or not. Let's not do that, okay? If it did become open, we would take the Underwood family as well. We take Tyler from you. We take Brad. We take Mrs. Underwood. We put his daughter in our MBA program. Mrs. Underwood would be the head. She'd be the new Lupe Izzo. Like, let's let it be known he would look good in green. All right. And if we wanted him, we would take him.
Brad would look great in everything, though, and he looks great in orange. He looks fantastic in orange. So I wouldn't switch that up. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, the comment, I actually think there's a lot of truth in the comment that he said. I would argue that Illinois is a better program than Michigan State for a bazillion reasons. I can't believe you didn't just fixate on that and categorically deny that with evidence, because there certainly is plenty that you could use. But
Is that not what I just? Is that not what I just said?
not really. You just kind of like said like maybe keep some humility. I would have came with like 11 points on like here's my last 11 Final Fours since you made one.
I mean, it's not really even a point. I think this might be the only Illinois fan that thinks this way. This dude
No,
and
I don't think
why not?
so. I think most Illinois fans are rational, but there's definitely like a renewed sense of we are this big dog after making the win.
Passionate fan base, but not toxic like BBN. My brother in Champagne, like, come on now, y'all ain't toxic.
Every fan base is toxic. Guess what?
Yeah,
That's a reality of fandom. It's actually a reality of the human nature if we want to get philosophical for a moment.
how so?
Well, just like it's not fans or fandom that is toxic. It's human life.
Humans are toxic.
I think humans have many toxic traits, yes.
I agree. It's hard for animals to be toxic.
And humans naturally like to like group up and hate on other groups. You know what I mean? That's humans. This could be sports. This could be like, hey, I work at this company and you work at that company, so I look down on you and I hate you. Hey, I'm this race and you're this race. I'm this gender and you're this gender. Humans like to hate on each other and be jerks. Has nothing to do with Illinois fans are jerks, and they're not. All humans are jerks.
Yeah. Toxic by Britney Spears is a great song, though.
It's a good song. All right, should we get to the Discord?
Please.
You guys did a great job with Discord comments yesterday. I don't think we have too many today, but let's jump right into it. We start with Malik Perry, who says, with Deontay Wilder's latest loss, should he just hang up his gloves and retire?
Yeah, he's looking mighty washed. Also, there was a little bit of a sneak shot, a little bit of cheap shot-ish punch in that fight. But yeah, I think he needs to just kind of wrap it up here. He's quickly approaching, whatever meme you want to use, like Adrian Peterson on the Seahawks level, washed, is quickly happening to him. So he needs to give it up.
You never want to overstay your welcome, which is why I will be retiring from the Sleepers podcast.
Is that true though? Is that really true?
Never overstay your welcome. Yeah.
I would 100% overstay my welcome all the time.
Can I get some examples?
Like if I'm at your crib and you don't give me a time or date to get out of there and I can just function and be there, I'm gonna just stay and I'm gonna immerse myself there.
I don't think that's true. Based on all the times we've hung out, you guys are not exactly like the people we have to kick out. Like we have set plans.
That's because of my wife.
Okay. She's prompt.
If it was for me, we'd be having like Sunday dinner and you're like, okay, like we put Murph to bed and we're trying to get ready for the week. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. Like, what do y'all do on Sunday nights? Like a little game into Monday? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, got it. Okay. I overstay my welcome at pre-games. That's the only place I like to overstay my welcome.
Oh man, those are the best times to overstay welcomes.
The best time when it's like, oh, like the bar opens in an hour. Should we go? Should we like get there early? And we're like, no, like we can go a little after it opens. And then it's like 2 hours later. You're like, oh, like we're probably gonna miss midnight if we don't leave now. And I'm like, it's okay though. Like I got some more beer here.
Oh, I don't want to extend this comment that we make the episode too long, but that's like everything with you. Like we'll push tip times for games if the vibes are great outside the stadium.
That's actually really true, isn't it?
Yeah, like you do get semi sad when we have to leave to go to games sometimes.
So I'm a big overstay my welcome guy.
Yeah.
Wow. I think I like the anticipation of the thing more than the thing,
I agree with you there.
Yeah. Okay. Malik also says with Indiana Fever versus Chicago Sky, it was a very good game. I like a hard foul, but a cheap shot on Caitlin Clark is just wrong and shows why the new era of women basketball is better. We're going to talk Caitlin later. Let's wait on that. Malik tags Riley and says, don't be letting Riley Fries duck my questions. He's hard enough to get on a diss track, afraid to answer my question. What question is he talking about?
I couldn't even begin to even tell you.
Yeah, I don't know. Malik says, this is 100% for Carter. Leave Zapala alone. Talk about his basketball play, but until he actually does something worth making fun of, leave him alone. Can we talk about how he had 4 gutter balls in his first 6 balls thrown at the bowling alley then? Because that's worth
Yeah,
making fun of.
yeah. Big Goof is a content machine, and I'm in on him. I love Sizemon. He's great. Like I'm just embracing him for the content machine he is. He holds shoe boxes. He bowls 15s. I might be Zapala. I'm an awful bowler. I have shoe boxes.
So so you're in on Simon Zavala now because you're realizing you have more in common with him than you realize.
Yeah, and he's just like he's my guy. Like I'm gonna have like his nickname's Big Goof. He's the Big Goof, and I think I'm just embracing him for who he is, man, with open arms.
I hate how much I love the Big Goof nickname. It is pretty good. Honestly, if you do Big Goof for Simon though, can we have Jackson be Little Goof? Can we have like a
So
Big Goof and a Little
I'm
Goof?
trying to come up with a trio nickname because like you heard the phrase Goof Troop, so I got Goof Coop as the saying, but I don't know how to work Kohler into that.
I don't think you can.
Well, if both Kohler and Zapala are Goof, then they can both fit in the Goof category, and then Coop is Coop, so it's Goof Coop, all three of them.
But I don't think there can be 2 Goofs unless you're doing Big Goof and Little Goof. But I think Jackson's bigger than Sizemon.
Two Goofs and a Coop.
Jackson's not bigger than Sizemon. How big are these guys again?
I don't know. They're all goofy looking though.
Okay, let's move on.
I'm also goofy looking.
Guy says, "Happy birthday, Greg. Can you give me a rundown of how the next 14 years of my life will be?" Sure. You will have a great senior year of high school. You'll really enjoy it. You'll meet a girl that you're really excited about. And then you'll date her for a couple months. You'll go to your high school's basketball games. You'll have a pretty good basketball team. It would be fun for you to watch. And then a week before prom, your girlfriend will cheat on you. And then you're going to be pretty devastated. And then you're going to start rapping to cope with that. And then you're going to make a couple mixtapes that actually perform better than people expect. You're going to end up choosing a college that's way closer to home than you anticipate. Because actually, despite all of the instincts and your jokes about, oh, I might go to Syracuse, oh, am I a Nebraska fan? You're actually really comfortable in California, even though you don't want to admit it. And you like comfort. So you commit to a school in California where you end up having the time of your life, some degenerate activities your freshman year for sure. But your blossoming rap career takes off. You get offered to open for... Who's an artist that would come to California? Can you fill in a Mad Lib rapper for me?
Vince Staples.
You get offered to open for Vince Staples, which you turn down to go watch the Dodgers host a playoff game. You regret that for the next decade because Vince Staples only gets bigger and bigger as time goes on. Anyways, your sophomore year at your college, you meet your future wife. You change your major to go to class with her. You end up getting a job offer right out of college that you accept. And then a week before you're supposed to go, you turn it down so that you can move to the city that your girlfriend's from. She's from Northern California, actually. You tried to convince her to move to Denver with you. That's where you wanted to go for your job. But you ended up moving with her because you follow your heart. Always follow your heart. You move into an apartment with her. You get a dog. Things are good. You buy a house. Things are good there. Then you get weirdly depressed because a pandemic starts. You're not allowed to go outside. It's weird. Things are weird. And you decide to start podcasting in the pandemic. And then you find out you're way better at podcasting than you are at working or rapping. So you give up all that shit and then you settle in nicely and you start balding.
So he has the career path of Matt Horvath to look forward to.
Let's move on. I got so into that story that I lost where I'm at. Malik Perry says, Carter should never talk about photos. Your basketball pic of you shooting free throws looks like you were one McDonald's meal away from being Grimace.
Hey, that's pretty rude, Malik. I was in the best shape of my life in that photo, and we had some really big uniforms back then. I played college basketball like what was it? It was 2024 now. That's a long ass time ago. It's almost 10 years ago. Good Lord.
Crazy.
So like the trend back then was not like the short shorts. So I wore a big jersey. And for your information, the cartel was very much in shape in his college years. After his sophomore year, we had a little bit of blemish there. Let's not get it twisted, but I was very much in shape because I was grinding, but also I had gotten in trouble going into my sophomore year. And as my punishment, we had Monday, Wednesday, Friday conditioning. Every single day at 6 a.m. that we didn't have conditionings, I had to wake up and run a time mile all the way leading up into the season. So basically the whole fall year leading up into the season. So I was in incredible shape. I was playing at like 260, 255 pounds, but like it wasn't really much fat.
Mm. Mm.
So please respect me. Also, what does Malik look like?
Gonna move on. Malik says if Carter did get a 2 for his haircut, that's not a punishment worthy of losing a bet. A 2 looks good on everyone.
Those are 1.5.
You said it was a 3, and that your barber
No,
said he wouldn't go down further.
it was a 3. I got it cut, and 3 was like I still had like it was like a little mini fro on 3. 3's like what I honestly get just on a normal haircut. I feel like. Then he went down to a 1.5. He's like, I'm not going any lower than 1.5. Like people know I cut your hair. If you go out there showing this work, like I can't be down with that. Like you are a walking billboard for me. So you cannot go out here like that.
I don't think I buy that sentence was said by your barber, by the way. I know we're like kind of past the thing where I catch you in lies, but I think like ultimately your barber does what his clients ask for. So I'm a little put off at the fact that like my barber didn't let me get the haircut I'm supposed to get. Like, come on.
I mean, he did say like I did. I mean, I've definitely embellished that part about the billboard and things like that. But he's like, bro, do you really want to do that? Like,
Yeah, I'm
I
like,
never
yeah,
cut your hair like
hit you with
that.
a do you really want to do that? And then you said no, I don't. And then he said, okay, I won't. You could have pressed on and gotten what the bet required. But it's okay.
I got I got an African American buzz cut. I didn't get the white boy buzz cut.
Okay. Last one from Malik, I think is last one. Probably not the last one. He says, happy birthday to MSU's favorite alum. I hope you had a good time. Indiana or Purdue, no more running from the grind. It's time to choose. Oh, so he's talking about me. Thank you, Malik. That's nice. I thought like Magic Johnson had a birthday or something. A lot of people better be thankful it wasn't Magic Johnson's birthday. Let's go with I think Indiana's going to be a better team than Purdue. I do.
What does that entail?
I think Indiana's going to beat. I've said this that I'm already catching shit for this. I think Indiana's going to sweep Purdue in the regular season, win the Big Ten, have a better record, be the better team, and then I think Purdue's going to go farther in March.
Ah, okay.
That is an opinion you can have, by the way, that makes sense. People are acting like, why does that make any sense? Like, I can trust Matt Painter more in March and Braden Smith more in March than Malik Renew and Umar Ballo and Mike Woodson.
Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at that. I just wanted to for some reason, I feel like I didn't hear those. I've heard the Indiana hype. I've heard also Purdue hype. I don't know if I actually heard they're better than them and everything else the details after that. So good to know.
Manor says every summer Duke has K Academy. It's basically a basketball camp for rich old dudes, but the former players come back and mingle with the current guys, even play some pickup. Do your teams or any other teams you know do a similar thing?
I'm pretty sure Michigan State does something like that, but I'm
I
not
think
positive.
I think almost every high major college basketball program does some sort of camp. Like
Yeah.
there is an Izzo camp for sure. I played in it when I was younger. I don't know what Michigan does, but I think this is pretty commonplace. Just K Academy is a lot more
But
like brotherhoody.
but I think they were talking about like older, like old men, because this is like grown men that are playing in this, like old men that are playing in this.
Yeah, that's weird.
It is weird, but I swore that Michigan State did something like that.
Is it Moneyball?
No, because it's like actual, just
I
like
mean, there's a lot of
I
old men
can't.
playing in
There
Moneyball.
is a lot of old men playing in. Should I play in Moneyball this year?
You really should. Be great content. We could get a GoPro on you.
Don't you make a joke?
I'm not making a joke.
Okay, I thought there was gonna be something that followed, like it was gonna have to be a big ass GoPro.
No, I'm saying we could like put a GoPro on you and have you try and guard Jackson Kohler. That itself is the joke.
Okay. That'd be
It's pretty
special.
great. Guy says daily high major comment. Good Lord, we're on day 40 of this. BYU is on my radar now. I see what this guy Kevin is doing. It's a shame that they have an authoritarian honor code, which means dudes will probably transfer out. Anyways, they should be good this year at least. Mawat Mag is a great ad. Brigham Young University, more like Kevin Young University.
I co-sign that.
I do too. I like the Kevin Young University nickname. Ulamog in the YouTube comments said KYU. I really like that.
Yeah, make that happen.
Yeah, it's nice. Final comment today. Dreadhead Dev Royal the King says, was so faded yesterday. I put the Ben and Jerry's in the fridge. Cost me $8.95 for the pint. May make me unsubscribe to the cord for budget concerns.
Greg, do you like Ben and Jerry's?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
do?
It's
Okay.
good.
Is that your, have I ever asked you your go-to ice cream? Is it, it's not mint chocolate chip, right?
Like flavor?
Or just like brand? Like if you're going to the store and you're grabbing like a pint of ice cream, is there a specific one you're getting?
You know, I will say I'm not a big like go to the grocery store and grab a pint of ice cream guy.
Hmm.
If I was doing that, I think Ben and Jerry's would be the industry leader in my household. But I would much rather go to like an ice cream shop, whether that be local or whether that be like a chain. I will stand for Cold Stone. I think Cold Stone has fantastic ice cream. And I
Hmm.
will also stand for a local spot here in Kalamazoo called Ritter's, which is
Right.
frozen
Isn't that,
custard.
I was gonna say that's custard, right?
It's incredible.
Yeah. Do you like Culver's ice cream or custard?
I have not had it.
Ooh, Culver's. Yeah, that slaps. You have to try that. While we're on the topic of ice cream, I do want to send a shout out to like a little local shop in the Ferndale area. It's unsuspecting because it's connected to a gas station, so that throws everybody off. But let me tell you, the best ice cream I have ever had. It's called Yogurt Station. Next time you come to Ferndale, I'm taking you there. I'm taking the whole family there. It is fire. And also, as I was on my walk yesterday with my wife and my family, we do little Sunday walks. I ran into a kid or a young man who said he liked my content and was a fan of Sleepers. And like I was mid walk with the family, so I didn't like dap him up or say what up or get to introduce myself the way I wanted to. And that bothered me last night. So if he's listening to this, I just want to send a shout out to him. I really appreciated those words. It was really cool. I was actually FaceTiming Greg as that kid went past me and said it. So just want to, if he does watch this, shout out to him. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I was making plans and messaging players asking if they would participate in something. And then I realized I didn't ask if you were available for the thing. And I don't want to do the thing where I just book you for things and then you're like shit and Meg hates me. Not that that happens much, but I was dangerously close to doing that. And then yeah, I FaceTime you and like within 30 seconds you're getting mobbed on the street by pedestrians.
Mobbed on the
It's
streets.
crazy. Um, yeah, again, back if I was on the you're lying train, I would definitely think that didn't happen, by the way.
You were on FaceTime when it happened, and
I
my
heard
wife
you and
confirmed
Meg
it.
stop and be like, someone's here. Did someone just said that? I didn't see or hear the person say anything. Also, you like in our lives, you have told me probably 19 times you've been stopped in person and like someone tells you they love your thing. That has not happened to me once.
Maybe it's because like maybe it's an area thing.
I mean, you're definitely the more likable person between the two of us, so that could be part of it too. But like,
Like people want to pummel you in public.
you're just like you're both recognizable and lovable, and I am neither of those things.
Hey, let's not short term. Let's not short sell ourselves here.
Okay, all right. Should we get to the show?
Yeah, why not?
Hey, I like today's energy, chat. That's a good job. I know I've been critical of the chat recently, but I really like vibes today. That's a really good start. Kudos to y'all. Great job. Join the Discord, by the way. Link in the description. We read the Discord comments every single show. We also had a new member of the Discord join that I want to give a quick shout out to over the weekend because this one warmed my fuzzy little heart, Carter.
Hmm.
Grandpa Bomber joined the Discord, and when asked who Grandpa Bomber is, we have like our welcome team who comes right in and says, thanks for joining the Discord. Here's your question, blah, blah, blah. Grandpa Bomber basically said, hey, I'm just, I really like the video content. I'm an Arkansas fan, but I enjoy learning about all the different teams. I wanted to show some appreciation. Thank you, Grandpa Bomber. That really means a lot. You're the first Arkansas fan in the Discord. Woo Pig Suey. And yeah, join the Discord. Be like Grandpa Bomber.
Woo Pig Suey always makes me chuckle.
Yeah, I can't believe grown adults actually do that and like get fired up about it. But hey, To each their own. Okay. Hey, Cart, quick question. Do you know who we're presented by this month?
No, I don't. Can you let me know?
I, of course, can. We are presented by the good folks at 2K Lab. That's NBA 2K Lab.
Hey.
Cart, you like podcasting. You know what I like more than podcasting, though?
What?
Playing video games. And you know what my favorite video game is?
What?
NBA 2K, because it's the best video game on earth. But you know what's even more fun than playing NBA 2K?
What?
Playing mini games. I'm a huge mini game guy. The people at NBA 2K Lab make the coolest stuff to enhance your NBA 2K experience. They are simulating automated test scripts, running simulations, and then those sims help identify the best shooting badges, the best builds, the best jump shots. Basically, every possible way you can have the most fun and most success playing 2K. The people at NBA 2K Lab have discovered that for you. So some of the best Twitch streamers in the world use 2K Labs to get right for their Pro-Am games. And they've built something sweet for us and for all basketball fans out there. They have an NBA Draft Simulator minigame. And if you go to the NBA Draft Simulator game at NBA2KLabs.com, the Sleepers Media Big Board is the sorted rankings for the top 75 players in the NBA draft. So you can go in and basically take over any NBA franchise you want, play out the draft, figure out who you would draft if you were the GM. And like you said, you'll see our rankings in there. No disrespect to ESPN and CBS, but our rankings are the featured rankings. We are the sortable rankings in there. So shout out to NBA 2K Lab. The link is in the description of this video. And we have a bunch of NBA draft content coming out that Cart's going to tell you about in just a moment that 2K Lab is being a great presenting sponsor for.
Yeah, we have some amazing draft content. So first we had the scouting report coming out. That's going to be us going through the top 75 prospects according to that big board that is over on 2K Labs in conjunction with Mr. Ralph and Mr. Riley Davis, who will be joining for those videos as well, where we go through what we think the players' peak stats are, what their ceiling is, whether it'll be a podcaster or an all NBA player in their first 5 years, as well as most likely and doing, which is my favorite part, is the best and worst case scenario for each player. So we'll be releasing those leading up to the draft. So be sure to be on the lookout for that in the next coming weeks. The first couple of them dropped today or yesterday because this is Tuesday's episode. So be sure to head to the channel and check those out. I personally think it's some of our better content with the looks of it and also just the content in general. So get ready for that NBA draft and tune into those videos.
Yeah, we got a bazillion of those videos, 75 scouting reports, 75 player comparison videos coming out, 150 total videos. I will say we're basically 2 hours in to those. They're not going great. Like they're not a lot of people are watching these for whatever reason. So we got to figure that out because I agree with you. I think it's some of our best content ever. And the people at NBA 2K Labs deserve the very best card. So go to NBA2KLabs.com. They got a bunch of other mini games. It is NBA2KLab.com. The link is in the description of this video. We're going to start the show with a topic that has taken the sports world by storm, I guess you could say. And I don't even know what the topic truly is, to be honest with you. Like, I guess the topic here is just Caitlin Clark. And I think it's insane that, like, those two words and that human being is so polarizing 2 weeks into her professional basketball career that she's like this heavy topic when she hasn't done anything but play basketball games. But the entire conversation around her has spiraled in such a crazy way. Since the last week, we haven't talked about Caitlin, I think, since she's joined the WNBA. We've had conversations about her in the past, but in the last week, we had Kennedy Carter, who is a WNBA player, basically take a cheap shot at Caitlin, and her teammates celebrated that. And after the game, she hit the podium and was pretty I don't know, she just wasn't having it. Like, people asking what happened with Caitlin, she's like, I'm not answering a Caitlin Clark question. She was back online liking responses and responding to people saying Caitlin flopped, and just a lot of animosity at her for that. And then yesterday, Pat McAfee goes on ESPN and opened the show with what I think was a monologue in praise of Caitlin and like giving her a lot of love and respect. But at the climax of this monologue that included a PowerPoint about how great Caitlin Clark is, he referred to her as the white bitch. So This is just getting weirder and weirder, and I don't have a good pulse on how to even ask you a question to kick off this topic. But Carter, what is happening with Caitlin Clark?
The thing is, everything around it. I think you pointed this out. Is just non-basketball related, which is just like it's nauseating at this point. It's annoying. It's like you seen that meme that people post where it's like 0 days since insert something has happened. Like that has now become the narrative. Like it's literally 0 days every time there's some type of Caitlin Clark narrative or Caitlin Clark something this, that, and the third. Part of basketball, and whether you like it or not, is there are like these players that like to send messages or be enforcers or send fouls. Where they lose me in all this is that there's players that are trying to downplay Caitlin Clark, the hooper and the basketball player, like she's not that. Like I believe her name was Kennedy Carter, who was the player who fouled, was assessed with a flagrant foul um, against Caitlin Clark, which honestly, like that's whatever that happens in hoop. I understand like it's not a basketball play, but like that happens in the game of basketball. The part that irked me is that she goes to the podium and goes on Twitter wherever she went and said, "What does Caitlin Clark bring to the game besides shooting threes?" What are we talking about here? What do you mean? What does she bring to the game besides shooting threes? If her teammates could make layups at a non-Kwame Brown level, she would probably be averaging a double-double, maybe even a triple-double. Like, let's not. You can hate on her, you can do all that. I understand that. You can be salty about her. That's part of it, I guess, as well. That sometimes that's what happens. Like people love to hate on greatness. Unfortunately, that becomes a part of the thing, the part of the narrative. But let's not act like Caitlin Clark's not a hooper. Like, let's have a little bit, somewhat level of respect. I don't even care if she is just a brand new rookie in the WNBA. That's just where they lose me in this discourse. And outside of that, just to kind of comment on what like McAfee said, just like why, in my opinion, like Caitlin Clark's went on his show. Even if he's like, oh, Caitlin Clark's a friend, I was saying it jokingly. I just don't know if that's something you like joke about. I got two younger sisters that have hooped too, by the way. If some dude referred to my sister as some bitch, I would be very, very insulted. Or if that was like my wife or my girlfriend, like I'm sure Caitlin's boyfriend is not pleased right now that his girlfriend's being referred to as that white bitch on a big ESPN showing, even if McAfee didn't mean it in the way he meant it. It's just like, why, in my opinion? And now it's causing a stir around Caitlin Clark once again that is completely non-basketball related. Meanwhile, the Fever are playing their 20th game in the 27 days. What is going on in the W?
It feels like you ever have like a favorite show, like a favorite sitcom or just a TV show you like watch religiously in real time as it comes
Yeah,
out. And
yeah,
then like you get to like a season finale and the season finale is just like way too much is happening and it's chaotic and it sucks.
yes,
That's what this feels like. Like I love watching Caitlin Clark play basketball. That is at the root of all of this. Speaking for me, and I know there's people all over the world that may care about Caitlin Clark or watch Caitlin Clark for other reasons than I do, but I like watching Caitlin Clark play basketball. I think she is so thrilling to watch. She is incredibly skilled. She makes everybody better, and it's just fun. It is like watching a young Steph Curry play basketball, and I was very excited as I was watching her games in college. Like I watched a bunch of Iowa basketball in the last few years. I was very excited to watch what she does in the WNBA because it's a bigger test, because there's been some animosity from Diana Taurasi for all the storyline reasons, both on and off the court. I was into this. And then it gets there and it's not fun at all. It's not fun at all because way too much is happening that has nothing to do with the very core of why I like her in the first place, which is watching her play basketball. I still enjoy watching the Fever play. I do, but I don't enjoy any of the rest of this. And I feel bad for her. I really feel bad for her because look, I think she brings some of this on herself in the sense that she's really fiery, which all great players are, right? You have a personality, and I think for better or for worse, part of her game is kind of like baiting foul calls. And she's a transcendent figure in the sport. She truly is. And people acknowledging that she's transcendent has pissed off everybody in her sport so much that now every single day she has to wake up and deal with shit that has nothing to do with the actual game. It's just like what ESPN personality said something about me today? What did they say on First Take when they argued about if they even talk about me enough the way that they should? What person on the scouting report do I need to worry is going to cheap shot me today? What is Angel Reese saying? Like it's chaotic and it's messy and it's annoying to me as someone who actually wants to watch all this stuff. And I think look, I'm not going to speak on like how WNBA fans should feel because honestly, I don't even feel qualified enough. I haven't been tuned in enough to the WNBA in the past to speak on like how different this is or what this moment should be. But in my sense as a basketball fan, like I know there's a lot of people like me that are tuning in really seriously for one of the first times ever. And I've already discovered there's a lot of personalities and players in this league that like I'm super into. Like I love watching Tawana Bonner. She's dope. She reminds me of KD. Um like the rookie class is really intriguing to me. Like I watched all these girls play Caitlin in college. Like I loved that. And now I love seeing, okay, is Angel Reese going to be good? Is Cardoso going to be good in the league? Is Cam Brink going to be good? I don't know, but I'm watching. And that's the important part. And it feels to me like there should be more celebrating all of this somehow, whether it's the league itself or the media or anyone. I wish this was just received in like a more pleasant way because I'm already turned off as like a new WNBA watcher. I'm already turned off to the toxicity and the negativity of this in a way that makes me truly want to just like tune out from a sport that I'm brand new to watching that I want to watch more of. And I guess I don't know how to interpret that as a viewer, you know?
Well, it's because my least favorite part of just basketball Twitter in general is think pieces. I can't stand it. I can't stand it because it gets away from hoop, and I hate think pieces. And everything I see right now is just think pieces. Think pieces
Yeah.
about like what this means. Which side are you on? The old guard versus the new guard. What does this foul mean against this? Why does this foul mean something about this going back to dating how far this is? This wasn't what it was like when the shot played Candace Parker. Like, can we just what hoop? Basketball, the game. Can we get back to that? I just I don't understand it. It's the best word I can come up with is nauseating. It's just like exhausting to be honest with you because it's like what it's not that far into the season and all we get is a new thing every day, a new foul every day, something going on. And it's just like it just takes away from it. It's odd to me.
Yeah. You said you hate think pieces. That's because you also hate thinking.
I do hate thinking sometimes for real, but I definitely hate like think pieces. Like there was something I saw on that foul. I think it was on her where it was like this is how the older generation of African American women show other African American women to stand up for themselves and do this again. And I'm just like dog, in my men's league game, somebody fouled me hard. And the next time I came down there, I didn't make a basketball play and I took Buddy's arm out.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was just like, honestly, the thing I think I have the least problem with here is like the Kennedy Carter stuff. Like, okay, she cheap shotted her. That happens sometimes in sports. And I wish they would have like assessed her a flagrant in the moment instead of doing it like a day later. I like to me, I do think the WNBA officials should probably be protecting Caitlin a little more right now, given where we're at. Like she's a valuable asset to the league. I would
Dog, do NBA officials not protect the stars?
yeah, it's weird.
Protect protect your meal ticket.
It's weird. I also like I don't know. I get why a lot of the other stars of the WNBA are not excited about Caitlyn. Um, but like if I don't know, it feels like it's gone a little too far on that. Like it's not just like competitor energy. It's like I hate your guts
This
energy.
is, this is and I guess this is where it might be flipped for me. I do have to take a moment to acknowledge the level of hating that is going on. It's one that I can only dream to exceed. This is some top tier hating that is going on. But like damn.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, like I think you pointed out pretty well. Caitlin's just kind of like, even though she does, she has her moments. Like we all seen the clip of the things she does. When she gets frustrated, she yells at the ref and all this. And she's had her like fair share of like moments where she's shoved people and got frustrated and things like that. She's no saint in that regard, but it's just like, damn, when are we gonna get to the hoop?
Yeah. Can I give you some other thoughts amongst all of this that I have?
Please.
I'm gonna run through them and give me a quick response. Shout out to Dion, that boy D Hill, who's been on the show a bunch with us. I strongly agree with him on this. The Indiana Fever are dropping the ball, not having enforcer types to protect Caitlin right now. Like the fact that there is no Draymond out there to play Draymond to her Steph Curry is a massive part of this issue.
Yeah, it is. I think that's issue 1B. Issue 1A is that these girls need to step it up. Like for
So
real, be better.
my second thing here was are we sure that Caitlin doesn't just need to be even better than she currently is? Because this does feel a little like remember when LeBron got to the NBA and remember when like Darius Miles was like rolling his eyes in interviews and like, oh yeah, like he'll help us a little bit, but it's more about us. And then like a week in, it was like, no, LeBron's the best person here. He's the star now. Like, if Caitlin's gonna get the transcendent hype, doesn't she have to actually be transcendent?
Oh yeah, she's definitely got to be better. She's averaging like 6 turnovers a game
Yeah.
and
But
shooting bad.
her numbers are good, but it is reaching a point where like you're actually fueling the haters more if you don't just play well.
Yes.
Like I need like a 40-point Caitlin game just to like shut everybody up.
Shut everyone up. Yes.
Yeah, for a couple weeks. And it's trending the opposite direction. She just had the worst game thus far. And again, she's probably tired because of the schedule here, but it's kind of crazy. My conspiracy theory, I've said this to you offline. Now I'm going to say it online, I believe, for the first time. I believe the Indiana Fever would have a better chance to win basketball games in the WNBA if it was Caitlin and all of her Iowa teammates instead of everyone on the Indiana Fever.
I miss Kate Martin.
These girls have no idea how to play off of her at all. And like they're definitely way more talented than most of the teammates on Iowa, but like it's bad. It's baffling to me. They just if she gives the ball up, she never gets it back for like a dribble handoff. And she always gets herself open and their backs are just turned to her. They don't even attempt layups that she creates for them because they're not ready for the pass. It's like it's infuriating. It's like watching someone who has no idea how to play with this player. It truly is like rookie year Steph Curry when it was like still Monte Ellis's team and like Curry would just run around and like hit some threes one game and then like everything else sucked after that. That's what it
Yeah.
feels like. It's got to change.
Yeah, and Kent Bazemore.
Yeah, and these dudes are just like F
It
this.
kept a Udo.
Like F this. We're supposed to be the third worst team in the league and get our 20. Like no, like shit needs to change. I think those are all my things. Do you have anything else? Oh no, I have one more thing on this. Sorry. Hey, Pat McAfee, just stop. Just stop calling women a bitch. Just don't do that. Like I don't even like lose the race connotation of this, which I know is part of this. And you and I are like uniquely in a spot here since we're best friends and one of us is black and one of us is white. Like when race shit pops up, I feel like we can at least talk about it without coming across as like super condescending. And your perspective can sometimes help my perspective and vice versa. Anyways, the concept of a white man on television calling a girl a white bitch is impossible for me to even comprehend. Like, what are we doing?
It's
Why?
also it also what do we say all the time, Greg? Like, isn't it kind of good? Isn't it kind of easy to do things sometimes? I want to make something so clear. It is very easy to talk about Caitlin Clark without referring to her as that white bitch. It's easy. It's really easy.
I just don't get it. Like McAfee is not that stupid. Like it has to have been intentional. It has to have been premeditated. And I can't fathom why in the middle of a pro Caitlin rant it would end with that. It's gross. It's disgusting. It's bad.
Yeah. Hopefully that I don't need McAfee's army on us again.
With that said, if I'm Caitlin, I'm coming out to the next game in a white tee that says that white bitch on it.
Yeah, that'd be hard.
All right, let's move to college basketball related topics. We are gonna do a little draft. I did tell you about this before the episode recorded, so who knows? Maybe you've been slaving away on like a big board here. But we're both gonna build a full roster. Now that we have a better sense of what players are gonna play college basketball next season, we're both gonna draft a 13-man team. Snake draft style, as always. Every player that is going to play college basketball next season, whether they are on a team or not yet, is eligible for this. We go back and forth until we both have a 13-man roster. I'm very excited for this. It should be fun. Do you want the first pick or the second pick?
I get second and third if I do it right.
You do.
I'll do second pick.
Hilarious that you took the second pick, given that there are an odd number of rounds on this. You just gave me a massive advantage before this even started. I will take preseason National Player of the Year, Mark Sears.
Okay. I will take RJ Davis and Hunter Dickinson.
Ooh, you took Hunter, huh? Interesting. Can I get a little elaboration on why you took Hunter at third overall?
You want him.
He would have been off the board for me at 4 or 5 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting, isn't it? It's very interesting. Well, if you're gonna keep taking guys that I want, this could get interesting. All right, I think I'm gonna take a page out of your book here. I'm gonna take Janai Broom. And I'm going to take Cooper Flagg.
Oh, you son of a gun.
Yep.
I thought Cooparius would get back to me.
No chance.
Okay. All right, that throws me for
Yeah, good luck, Cart.
yeah. I do have I do have the chance to do something extremely funny here.
You won't do
I'm
it.
not,
You won't do
huh?
it. I know what you're thinking. You won't do it.
What do you think I was
You're
thinking?
too cowardly to do that. This early? You're too cowardly.
Okay. I'm going to take Braden Smith.
Whoa, 4th overall, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess, no, it's 6th overall. Sorry.
I'm gonna take Braden Smith. And then I'm going to take. Actually, can I rescind a pick?
No.
Okay. Damn it.
Do you want to tell me who you're considering rescinding?
I kind of want no, actually no. No. Because I think I'll still be able to get him.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna take Braden Smith and John L. Davis.
Whoa, so you're going 3 small guards.
Mm-hmm. Dusty
Braden
might be my
Smith, John L.
coach.
Davis, RJ Davis. You have Davis. Wow.
Yes.
I like that too. Okay. Interesting. Hmm.
And they're
Huh.
also, and I, oh, wait, what number is John L? Was John L number 1?
I don't know. Did you do
Okay.
the thing? Did you do the thing?
I was trying. I almost did. I don't think I have a 3, but I have a 1. I have a 1 and a 4. And then what is
Okay,
almost?
I need to nail one position down quickly, and if I do, I feel fantastic about where I'm at with things right now. Oh, I think I know the pick here. I think I know the pick here. I'm running through teams, making sure I'm not missing somebody obvious here. Ooh, there's 3 routes I could go. Ooh. Ooh, there's 4 routes I could go. 5 routes. Okay. I'm gonna do the smart thing first. I'm gonna take Ryan Kalkbrenner.
Good pick.
I'm gonna take Ryan Kalkbrenner, and then I have a plan here. I'm gonna trust my gut and take Cam Jones. We'll take Cam Jones. So, just quick summary: my starting 5 is now Mark Sears, Cam Jones, Cooper Flagg, Janai Broom, and Ryan Kalkbrenner. You have Braden Smith, John L. Davis, RJ Davis, Hunter Dickinson, and 2 picks upcoming.
You did a good job. That's who I was gonna rescind for.
Mm.
I wanted Cam Jones. Ah, okay. That hurts a wee bit. All right. So I currently have RJ Davis, Braden Smith, John L. Davis, Hunter Dickinson. I need some size, some shooting, a defender, a winner, someone who's familiar with banners, someone who speaks stores. I'm gonna go Alex Caravan at my 4 spot.
It's a good spot.
Alex Caravan at my 4 spot. Now I'm into my bench. I'm gonna start it off with Walter Clayton.
Good pick. Very good pick. Walter Clayton was on my big board. It's a good one. He was on the big board. He's a little further down my big board, but he was on the big board. Ooh, okay, 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 okay. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, I'm gonna take the best guard that neither of us even picked. You took 3 different guards that are worse than this player. I'm gonna take Kadari Richmond. I'm gonna take Kadari Richmond. He can be a sixth man extraordinaire for me. Maybe
Good luck with that.
play him next to Mark Sears and Cam Jones. It'll work.
Will it
Yeah,
work?
yeah, I feel really good about that. And then I have one more coming back. You know what? I'm gonna take the next best guard. I love where my off the bench guards are at right now. It's a player who's better than Walter Clayton. I think once again, this might be better than all 3 of the guards on your team, except for RJ Davis. I'm taking Hunter Salas.
Ooh, good pick with Salas coming back. Kind of
Thank
an
you.
overlooked thing there.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good
Thank
on
you.
you. Good on you.
Thank
Good
you.
on
Yep.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. You're
All
up.
right. I am going to take. Ooh. Golly. Okay. Need to be because I need to take my team needs to have some continuity. I can't have guys just out there doing who knows what with who knows what. Okay, you know what? No, I want him on my team. I'm gonna take Dylan Harper. And then with my next pick, I'm gonna go Norchad Omir.
Good pick. That's a good pick. It's a good pick. Okay. You know, I need a front court bench guy that can play multiple positions. I'm gonna trust myself on this one, but it feels a little weird out loud. I'm gonna trust myself. I'm gonna take Trey Townsend.
I
I'm gonna trade
considered that.
I'm gonna trade Trey Townsend. And then I've let this player go long enough that I think you are in consideration to take him just to say you got him from me. I am gonna take Aiden Mahaney.
Okay. Wasn't even on my board
Yeah,
whatsoever.
yeah, that's a smart play to act like that's true, but okay.
Okay. Wasn't on my board. How
Yeah,
many picks
sure.
do I have left, sir?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay. Let's see. Because we're doing 13.
It seems like you might do 13 minus 8.
Mm-hmm. Possibly. All right. So I need some. I feel good about my unit right now. I'm at the point where I don't want to
Pause.
reach for. Okay, good call, good call. I'm not sure if I wanted to go completely like guys who, you know, prospects at this point. Like they could be guys, could be leader. I'm gonna go. Actually, no, I don't care. I'm doing it. I'm gonna take Caleb Love.
Crazy.
He's good. I don't care what you say. He's good.
Your entire team has just been destroyed. Every single player is leaving the program.
He's good. He's good, and you need to realize it.
He's always been good. It's never mattered.
And then I'm gonna take Liam McNeely.
Wow. I didn't see that one coming. Okay. 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 All right. Um, all right. So on my bench, I have 2 guards, a shooter in Mahaney. I have a big in Townsend. I don't have a true wing off the bench. I have a lot of guards and a lot of bigs, not too many true wings. So my first pick here is going to be who I think might be the best wing in the country. I'm going to take AJ Storr. I think he's a mismatch problem. I don't think there's anyone athletically who can answer for him. This one is where things get interesting. Ah. Is it too early for Frankie Fiddler, you think?
All right.
Um,
Make your damn pick.
I need a winner. I need a winner. I need a winner. I'm gonna take Jeremy Roach.
Good pick. Good pick. All right. Oh, okay. Okay, I got backup bigs. I got shooting. Pretty well rounded with my team. I feel like I can take some shots here. Okay. I'm gonna stand on Brigham Young business here. I'm gonna take Igor.
Whoa,
I'm gonna take Igor, and I'm gonna bank on the fact that he might just be an actual killer and actually top 15 pick in the NBA draft.
that is a shot for sure.
I'm gonna take my shot with Igor, and then ah, ah, this is one where I think a lot of people are gonna question my drafting ability, but this is also a stand on business pick.
I'm scared.
Yeah, you should be. You should be absolutely terrified. I'm gonna take JT Toppin from Texas Tech.
Interesting. I thought you were gonna pick Doug McDaniel, honestly. All right, that makes my final two really easy. I'm filling in roles here. The only big I have off my bench is Trey Townsend, which I feel good about. Between Janai Broom and Ryan Kalkbrenner and Trey Townsend, I feel great. However, if God forbid Ryan Kalkbrenner went down with an injury, we're screwed. I need a true big. I'll take the best big available. I'll take Umar Ballo.
Mm-hmm.
And then might as well round out my team 13th guy with a guy who's comfortable coming off the bench and is the very best shooter in the country. I'll take Kobe Bryant.
I like the way you rounded out that team.
You have one more pick. Unless you choose to like not use all your scholarships, which is on the table.
Okay. Since you can't pick any of these guys, I'm down to three here.
Can we hear
Ace
the three?
Bailey,
And since I can't pick, who are the three?
Ace Bailey,
Okay.
VJ Edgecombe, Tremont Mark.
Couple freshmen in there is
Couple
interesting.
freshmen. I am going to go Tremont Mark.
Your team has insane chemistry. So you have John L. Davis, Caleb Love and RJ Davis, Hunter Dickinson, Igor Demon, Tremont Mark, and Norchet Omir on the same team.
I should have grabbed Coleman. I can't believe you didn't grab Coleman. I should have grabbed Jameer Watkins too, honestly, with that last pick.
Yeah, I thought about both those guys. No, I feel great. So running through the teams, your team is Braden Smith, John L. Davis, R.J. Davis, Alex Caravan, Hunter Dickinson, Walter Clayton, Dylan Harper, Norchet Omir, Caleb Love, Liam McNeely, Igor Demon, JT Toppin, Tremont Mark. My team is Mark Sears, Cam Jones, Cooper Flagg, Janai Broom, Ryan Kalkbrenner, Kadari Richmond, Hunter Salas, Trey Townsend, Aiden Mahaney, AJ Storr, Jeremy Roach, Umar Ballo, and Kobe Brea. Your thoughts?
I think that series goes seven in best of seven. And I think it comes down to you possibly having home court at Assembly Hall and winning. So I'm guessing that's your home stadium.
I think both teams are really good. I feel good about the talent level in college basketball this season, is a takeaway from me with this exercise. I think a little injection of freshman talent is exciting, and there's some really good guys back for fifth seasons that matter here. I loved your starting five. You lost me when we got into the bench.
Good thing they're bench players.
Yeah. Fun exercise. Okay, let's get to our final topic today. Final topic today. I was jealous. I was listening to the episode you did with Ralph, and you guys were doing your various ways of breaking down reactions to everybody's top 25s in the preseason. And I decided it's time for us to just delve into rankings ourselves. So let's do the first ever. This is the inaugural first of its kind. Sleepers Media Top 25. We've done the
Oh,
mid rankings before where we rank all the things that are mid in college basketball.
miss those.
This time it's real rankings. So this is preseason top 25. And I think the only fair way to make this work would be to alternate every single pick. But since we're each other, we get to veto one pick each.
Only one.
Yeah, I think that's how this should work. Should we do? You want more than one veto?
I feel like we should get a. I feel like we should get two each, at least. I
Okay,
was gonna. I was gonna say like a veto every like five, but that'd be too much.
okay. Let's let's do three total vetoes. So
Three total.
you get
Okay.
three, I get three, and if you veto a team, the other person can't put that team down again. So like if you put Purdue at 2, I could veto that, and then you're not allowed to name Purdue again in the whole exercise, but I can name Purdue in the exercise.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So there's some
All right.
strategy here. But our goal is to make pretty good rankings. So let's try and do this together. 1 through 25. Since I got the first pick in the draft, I feel like it's only fair you get the first pick here. Who's your number one team in the country?
Alabama's my number one team in the country.
I'm going to veto that.
Come on.
And it's just wrong. It's incorrect. I know I wasn't here for the discussion, but it's disrespectful to Bill Self and the best coach in college basketball and all the players he returns. So I veto Alabama. You can now not put Alabama anywhere. I can put them on the rankings wherever I want to. And then I guess in theory, you could veto me putting Alabama on there.
And then they're just not in it.
And then they're not in the rankings. So be careful with that. I am going to put Kansas at 1 after my veto of your pick. And now you're back on the clock.
So I can't. Wow, that's
You could veto Kansas, and then we'd have to put like I'd presume UConn there, and then you'd be in charge of ranking Kansas.
no. Well, since I can't say Bama, I'm gonna put UConn number 2.
Okay.
You're just gonna let that slide. You don't want to go back to back on this one.
No, that works for me. I'm gonna put Alabama at 3.
Okay, I'll let that go as well. I'm gonna put Baylor at number 4.
Ooh, I love that one. I love that one from you.
Baylor at 4. Yeah, that lineup. I think Edgecombe's gonna be really good. Roach, or Omir, Langston Love, Jaden Nunn. Like I'm very much in on Baylor.
I absolutely love that pick from you. I would have advocated for them being 4. I am going to put Iowa State at 5.
I'm gonna veto that.
Okay. You feel passionately against Iowa State being top 5 team in the country?
Over some other teams, yes.
Okay. All right. Then you're on the clock at 5.
I have the Houston Cougars. Respect Kelvin Sampson. You talk me into Milos Uzan being Jamal Shed light. I'm in on the rest of the team. Sharp's gonna have a really good year. Cryer is, Roberts, Francis, Tugler, all the guys back. Arsenault's back as well from injury. I'm very much in on them. And I think they deserve to be ranked ahead of Iowa State.
All right. I wasn't going to fight that too hard, but in my head, I do think I have Iowa State clearly ahead of Houston. So, but I won't fight that too hard. Okay. This little spot after 5, I feel pretty gross about things, or I guess 6, because Iowa State and Houston should be 5, 6. Uh, I am going to take Gonzaga. I think it's the safe pick.
Yep. Nope, no complaints there for me.
All right, 7.
I will have Iowa State. They can't be any lower than this.
I'm surprised you vetoed for a difference between 5 and 7, but
I consider I almost had back-to-back there because I have Iowa State personally ahead of Gonzaga, but I needed to get Houston where they rightfully belong. If there's one team I'll always make sure I do my due diligence for, it'll be the Houston Cougars.
all right, so I'm playing a little strategically here. I have 2 teams that I feel very strongly deserve to be in the top 10. And given that I'm drafting 8th and 10th, if I don't put this team 8th, I'm not guaranteed to get both in. So I am going to play the game the way I know how to play the game. And even though I do think there's a team out there that should be ahead of this team, I'm going to put Indiana 8th.
Two vetoes in the top 10 doesn't feel right.
We have 2 vetoes left, and we have let's see, 17 more teams to get to.
Nah, I can't I'm gonna veto that. I can't let that go.
You're vetoing Indiana at 8. Okay.
Yeah, I am.
All right. Then you're on the clock at 8.
I want to go Arizona at 8.
I have no issue with that.
Okay.
I'm going to try with my other one that I wanted in the top 10. I have Purdue at 9.
I'm not gonna balk at that.
You're okay with that. Okay.
I will let that go.
All right. You're on the clock at 10. My goal was Purdue and Indiana in the top 10. You could save me here.
Not gonna not gonna let that go. Oh, I'm gonna go. Wait, sorry. You know these type of things always throw me for a little hissy fit here. Gonzaga is in the top 10 currently, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, got it. I just want to make sure I'm not letting some teams out that definitely, because I already put Iowa State back in for my veto. I don't want to put Indiana back in yet. Okay, I'm gonna go Duke at this spot.
That's the correct pick. That's the correct pick. For me, I would have had Duke at 8, then Indiana, Purdue 9, 10. I was just trying to get them in there. All right, 11 is easy for me. I have Arkansas, 11.
Woo, that's high.
Yeah, I think their roster's that good, and I think they're gonna
But
get
they don't really they got so much. They got don't they have like 4 more spots to fill? 5 more, something like that?
their top nine's that good. They're fine.
Okay. I'm actually not gonna balk at that because I
Honestly, if this team was wearing Kentucky uniforms, they'd be preseason top 5.
yeah, that's probably not that's not that far of a stretch. All right. Now we're on what number?
Number 12. I have 2 vetoes left. You have 1 left, and you still need to rank Indiana at some point if you rank Indiana.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go North Carolina at 12.
I'm gonna veto that.
Wow.
I feel very
At 12?
strongly.
At 12?
Yeah, I feel pretty strongly that Carolina is one of the most overrated preseason teams in the country right now.
Man, at 12 too. I thought you would let it go at 12.
No, no,
Okay.
I can't
All
do
right.
that.
Okay.
I can't. Yeah, their second best player is Elliot Cadeau to me. I'm scared. I'm scared. But they're actually Van Allen Lubin, then Elliot Cadeau. I'm gonna put Auburn at 12.
I won't balk at that. I love Auburn's team.
Yeah, really good. You're up at 13.
Mm. 13, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna see if you really want to use your vetoes. I'm gonna go 13. I'm gonna go Texas A&M.
I'm not gonna veto that.
Okay.
Yuck though, but ugh.
14. Floor is yours.
This is a sign of respect for their coach. I'm gonna put Marquette.
Marquette.
Yep.
Hmm. Okay. Oh. You know what? I'm fine. I'm fine with letting that go. 15. I'm gonna put the Indiana Hoosiers.
It's a good pick. It's a good pick. I would have been sad if they dropped out of the 15. And since you showed restraint and I'm now no longer going head to head in a petty war with you, I'll put North Carolina 16.
Okay. I good handshake, gentlemanly
Note that
move
if
there.
if you had not put Indiana in the rankings, I would have waited until whenever you ranked Indiana to rank North Carolina.
Respect. Um, uh, I'm gonna go. Ooh, where do I feel good about this spot? Ah, I don't want to go to. Okay, I'm gonna go Tennessee at this spot.
It's a good pick. I have no issues.
Okay,
18. I am going to go Creighton.
I have no issues with Creighton at 18, actually.
Those were my next two. I feel good about that. We're rocking. We're in a rhythm right now. 7 spots left, one veto each.
Yeah, I'm about to throw you out of a rhythm and make sure you really want that veto. I want Florida at this spot.
No issues with that.
Ah, okay.
That was
I didn't
my
know if you're
next. That
I
was
didn't know if
my
you're gonna
next
let that
off the
one
board.
slide.
No,
Okay.
that was my next off the board. Yeah, Walter Clayton breakout year. I like it. I'm in. It gets gross at this point. Honestly, things get a little bit icky. Things get a little bit icky. Icky, 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 icky. I think no matter who I put here at 20, you're gonna veto it. Like I'm going through possible teams, and I think every single one is one you're gonna like push back on for being gross. Which
Try me.
if that's the case, that means that this is actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna play it safe for one more. You won't veto this. I'm gonna put Texas at 20.
Yeah, I'll let that. Yeah, that'll
I'm
ride.
gonna put
That'll do.
Texas at 20. I have a devious plan upcoming.
Oh God, I'm scared. I'm scared that you're playing this game. Oh, see that. Okay, that does throw me off because I was ready to see if you would let Texas slide if I want to put them in there.
At this part at 21, it feels gross. Like I'm looking through ESPN's way too early. Shout out to Jeff Borzello. It's like UCLA, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, Xavier, Rutgers. I don't really believe in any of those teams except for maybe
Okay,
one.
there's one I believe in, so I want to see if I can get them there. I actually believe in Xavier, so I'd like to put him there. Put them there. McKnight, Maddox, Conwell, Fremantle.
Yeah, their roster's good enough. Stop saying Fremantle like he's anything though. He hasn't hooped in like 4 years.
He's good, man.
He was good in 2018. Okay.
Oh no, you're gonna make me do it. Okay.
I'm gonna put Michigan State at 22.
Yeah, I'm gonna veto that.
You're vetoing the Spartans in the top 25.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to make my pitch?
No, they don't belong in the top 25.
Nobody belongs from 21 to 25. There aren't good teams. We just ranked Xavier. And
I don't want to take my vetoes home with me.
you have one coach who will always get his team to the dance. That cannot be said about anybody
This
else.
is the 34th best team in the country.
So you are vetoing your own Michigan State Spartans at 22.
Yeah, do I have one left too?
You have no more vetoes.
Okay, I don't want to use my veto then.
You want to save the veto?
I want to save the veto. Michigan State rides.
So you are now definitively saying Michigan State's a top 22 team in the country. I want it on record. Carter Elliott on June 3rd says that Michigan State's the 22nd best team in the country.
Yeah.
Because you have a choice. You can either say they're not and veto.
No. Because if I don't save this, yeah, I know your plan. No, I'm saving it. Yeah, Michigan State's the 22nd best team in the country. Yep.
This was my plan, just to be clear.
Oh, no. You have another plan.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I don't.
Yeah, you
Okay,
do.
so Michigan State's locked in at 22.
Mm-hmm.
You are back on the clock at 23. I have one veto remaining.
At 23, I would like to go with oh Kentucky.
Oh, you jerk.
See, this is the only issue with doing this is that within the rankings, though I do feel actually good about Kentucky being at this 23rd spot, there's a little bit of a vindictive side to it that I want to see you squirm.
So you do. You're telling me you believe Kentucky's a top 25 team in the country.
I would have Kentucky probably like if I'm making my own personal ballot right around 25.
All right. I don't think that's wrong. I think they're right around 25 and you put them 23. I can live with that.
Okay.
We both have one veto left and one spot left.
No, wait, no, that was the 23rd, right? Are there's two
Yeah,
more?
so there's 24 and 25. We both have one veto left.
Yep.
At 24, I'm going to put Illinois. You don't have to use your veto, but you have one left.
Oh, my brother and Borzello.
This would have Illinois as the fourth best team in the Big Ten behind Michigan State, Indiana, and Purdue. Note that you did not veto Michigan State. You have them as the 22nd best team in the country.
Right. Can you stop like doing that to like stop making that a thing? Um, golly, I'm gonna nah, I'm vetoing that.
You're vetoing? Illinois is not a top 25 team to you?
Yeah, no, they're not.
Okay. Illinois has been vetoed. You're the only person who can now rank Illinois, and there's only 2 spots left. So presumably you're not going to do that. You're on the clock at 24.
I'd like to put Illinois. No, okay. I just
Just
want to
to
be.
see if I veto him.
I want to see if you veto and we just get them out all together. And that's me and your fault.
Are you actually nominating them?
Yeah. Let's see if you really want them.
Oh.
Do you hate them, Greg?
Of course I don't hate them.
Do you like them enough?
I'm looking through trying to find teams that I feel like super strongly enough should be in here over them.
Do you ever get nervous?
Are you single? Oh man. The thing is, it's a lot of Big Ten teams. If you look at all these lists, like Maryland, Ohio State, Oregon, UCLA, like I don't feel strongly that Illinois is going to be worse than all those teams. Trying to like you could make a case for St. John's with Kadari. You could make a case for like Wake Forest with Hunter Salas. You could make a case for Michigan. You could make a case for I don't see anybody else you can make a case for. So do I feel strongly enough about Brad Underwood to say with a roster I don't super believe in, I'm okay just saying he's top 25 every year because he's Brad? And the answer is yes, I do. The answer is yes, I feel strongly enough about Brad.
So so you're fine. You're letting us go.
I am not going to veto this. And I know that this is like contradictive to me 2 weeks ago saying Illinois is not going to make the tournament. In that span, they got Jack Ashonis, who might be really good. And also in that span, I realized how bad the rest of the country is.
Okay. All right. I'm cool with that.
All right. So I didn't use one of my vetoes. You used all of your vetoes. And I have the final pick here. So you can't veto this.
I really wish if I got my way, I was going to make this work where I could have put Kansas State in the top 25 and you couldn't veto it.
Yeah, I would. That's why I saved the veto. Come on. Who could I put 25th that would piss you off the most?
All right, great. No, put somebody you feel good about being 25th.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Vanderbilt 25th.
You're such a dick.
I'm gonna put Vanderbilt 25th. I think AJ Hogarth's in line for a breakout season, and I really like what they've done. Anytime you can add a guy with NCAA tournament experience.
What other ads do you like outside of AJ Hogarth? Look at me. Stop looking at your laptop.
I think there's some addition by subtraction for sure. I think Van Allen Lubin leaving's big for them. So updating our top 25. Here's our preseason top 25 for the Sleepers.
We cannot post this is gross. Our 20 through 25 is so disgustingly gross.
Updated top 25. Kansas, UConn, Alabama 3 behind UConn. Baylor, Houston, Gonzaga, Iowa State, Arizona, Purdue, Duke, Arkansas, Auburn, Texas A&M, Marquette, Indiana 15, North Carolina, Tennessee, Creighton, Florida, Texas, Xavier, Michigan State 22, Kentucky 23, Illinois 24, Vanderbilt 25. That was fun. We should do this.
That's great. I consider every episode.
Let's do way too early Final Four. One big thing presented by nobody. What do you got?
My one big thing for today is not sure I want to go. Actually, I'll go with this one. I might have said this before, but I think that there is a clear upper echelon of apps that you use for GPS, and I just like to throw it out there that I think Waze is the best app for that. I prefer it over Google Maps, Apple Maps, any other maps apps that people use. I think Waze is the superior GPS app. So shout out to Waze.
Love that. Yeah, I endorse that message. Waze has been incredible for me.
Waze, sponsor this segment.
Yeah, get where you're going with Waze.
We'll show you the ways.
Okay, my one big thing is that I have started a hypothetical record label. So this is now a thing that I'm doing. I'm calling it G Records, and I get to sign musical artists to my own hypothetical record label that I believe in that are going to blow up in the future. And then if and when they do blow up, I get to like claim them as like, oh yeah, he was part of G Records for the last few years. That's a thing.
Who's first on the list?
So the first signee, let me introduce you to the next great pop artist in America. For those that don't know, this is going to be entirely like white 16-year-old boys that sound a little bit like Justin Bieber.
Is that the demographic that you are grooming?
Let me introduce. Oh, chill with that word. Let me introduce you to my boy Finn Askew.
Finn Askew.
With the aftertaste, give me out so out of space. Loving all the little things that you do. Said I'm on the floor. You're the girl I would go and take again. I've been fanning you, girl, hey man. Loving all the little things that you do. Said I'm on the floor. It's been a minute, I forgot. I left my heart in a holding bag.
That's Finn. Your thoughts?
Okay, Finn on a Tuesday.
See, that's the whole label is going to be wannabe Charlie on a Tuesday.
Literally, you're gonna have your whole record label is just gonna be. You already got Charlie on a Friday. There's Finn on a Tuesday. Next week, you're gonna have Devin on a Wednesday.
Welcome to G Records. Finn Askew, Aftertaste. Stream it now. Thanks for watching the show. We'll be back.
It's called Aftertaste.
Yeah, the song's called Aftertaste.
Okay.